Everyone, today we'll start with the topic excretory system. First of all, what is excretion? The process of removal of chemical waste from the body. So it is the removal of all the harmful and unwanted products from your body, especially the nitrogenous waste. So if they keep on accumulated in your body, it will be harmful for your body and can even lead to death. So there are two terms which are used. One is excretory system and the other is urinary system. So which is more appropriate to be used? So first of all, what is defecation? Defecation is the removal of or the passing out of the fecal matter, the undigested food from your intestine. So excretory system should not be confused with defecation, because it is the removal of the undigested food from your intestine. Then certain gases like carbon dioxide, which are removed through your lungs, they are part of respiration. So when you respire, the carbon dioxide is given out when you exhale. So it should not be considered as a part of your excretion. So the more appropriate term, if we consider both these terms, the more appropriate term is the urinary system, because the urinary system deals with the elimination of the urine, and the urine comprises of all the nitrogenous waste along with the water. So more appropriate term to be used is the urinary system. Now next is the substances to be got rid of. What are those substances? Like when you take food, the intake of food which is there, the food comprises of, or the substances which you eat, they comprises of many chemical substances which are formed which form part of your body regularly. Now these substances some of them are absorbed, the other substances which are in excess, they should be eliminated from your body, they should be removed from your body, otherwise they can become harmful. So what are those substances? First is the respiratory products, the carbon dioxide and water. Now when the oxidation of glucose the oxidation of glucose takes place, it lead to the production of carbon dioxide and water, and this carbon dioxide should be eliminated from your body, and the water which is produced during that oxidation, that water forms the part of the water which is present in your body. Next we have the nitrogenous metabolic waste, which comprises of urea, uric acid, ammonia. Now these nitrogenous waste which are produced, they are mainly they are produced in the liver, and they are produced from the dead protein remains or the tissue remains which are there. From them these nitrogenous waste are produced, and we have food which is rich in proteins. So the amount of proteins, after the digestion of the proteins, the amount of protein which is required by a body, that will be absorbed, but the extra amino acids are the building blocks of the proteins. So the extra amino acids, they cannot be stored in the body. So these amino acids which are produced, they are removed from the body. They are broken down by the liver. The liver breakdown of these substances will take place in the liver, and what will happen is the excess which is produced, some of it will be converted into glucose, the rest gets converted into urea. So the glucose is stored in the body for future use, like whenever the body requires energy, that glucose which is stored, that can be used, but the urea which is formed, that is excreted out of the body. Now, if the urea starts getting accumulating in the body, it is highly poisonous and it can lead to the death of the individual. You must have seen individuals whose kidneys are not functioning properly. What happens is the excess of the nitrogenous waste, they start getting accumulating in their body. That accumulated waste and water retention is also there. The sometimes the urine is not passed out of the body because the kidneys are not functioning properly, so water retention will be there. And you will see in those patients sometimes their stomach gets swollen because of the water retention, and the harmful substances get accumulated because with the urine these harmful substances get removed from our body, so they get accumulated and it can lead to the death of the individual. Next, we have excess salts and vitamins. Now, excess salts, like you have common salt, the some of it is absorbed by our body, the rest common salt and the water soluble vitamins like B and C. These vitamins, they need to be eliminated from your body. Then we have water, which you take along with your food and in beverages when you take. So large quantities of intake of water is there, so excess of water is removed through the urine. And this water which is removed from the body, it takes the harmful substances get dissolved in water. So take all the harmful substances, carry out all the harmful substances along with it in the form of urine. Then next we have the bile pigments. Firstly, what are bile pigments? The bile pigments, they are formed by the breakdown of the hemoglobin of dead RBCs. Mainly the bile pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin. So here mainly it is bilirubin. So when the breakdown of the hemoglobin of the dead RBCs takes place, the liver cells, they extracted from the circulation. It is being circulated in the body, so the liver cells, they will extract and then they will excrete the bile juice into the duodenum through the common bile duct. Okay, so you all have studied about this structure in your 9th standard. This comes from liver. This is your hepatic duct. And this is your common bile duct. And this is the duodenum. Right? Now what happens? This is the gallbladder, and here this leaf-like structure is the pancreas. Now what happens is, from the liver, this is the common bile duct, so from the liver the bile juice through the common bile duct is poured into the duodenum, and these pigments which are modified in the intestine to pigments that give the fecal matter the yellowish color. That is because of the presence of the bile pigments in the fecal matter which give it a yellowish color, and these bile pigments are excreted in the urine. All these bile pigments. Okay, next we have the excretory organs. There are 3 main excretory organs which are considered. First are the kidneys. They are the primary excretory organs. Now these kidneys, they are excreting urine, they are forming urine and helping in the excretion of the excretory products, mainly the nitrogenous waste, and in that also chiefly urea. Clear? Then we have the sweat glands. The sweat glands, now see, the glands, they are primarily responsible for thermoregulation, that is maintaining the temperature. So the sweat secreted, they consists of small amounts of salts or the nitrogenous waste in them. So these sweat glands, they are required for the cooling. When the temperature rises, you notice that our body sweats, and it helps our body to cool down, to regulate the temperature. So it is not exactly, you consider that it is not exactly excretory. Then in the lungs, we have the carbon dioxide, which is present in the expired air, right? So the main organ which is responsible for excretion, or you can say the part of the urinary system, are the kidneys. Now we'll study the structure of kidneys, how the filtration is carried out one by one.